Let's end the year with another jammer, and this time it will be one for both frequencies, 2.4 and 5 giga. As you can see, the buffers should be the ones which were previously used. I'm not sure if I can focus to see them. They are the same, but they have some kind of protective layer. I thought it's thermal based, but it's not. But they are the same buffers as in all the other jammers. Let's start with measurements. And this one has 51 in width, almost 51, and on length 60. The main difference between the other ones, besides being for both 5 and 0.4 frequencies, is that it has a heatsink and also active cooling using a 40mm fan, which is powered directly from the jammer. So it's using an USB-C input, 5 volts of course, and also it has some switches to turn on and off different frequencies. So if you need only 2.4 or only 5 gigahertz, you can turn off one of them, and of course it will consume less power. So it has heatsink, as I said, it's using 3mm screws for the heatsink and female SMAs. The only downside that I could see in the reviews is that these SMA connectors are going to break if you are trying to screw the antennas with too much force. So this is why I guess 3D printed case is more than needed for this one. Okay, so let's connect the fan. Let's turn both of them off. Let's connect some antennas. We will need male antennas because the SMA connectors are female. And you don't need to apply too much force. You'll feel when it's the time to stop. So in this case I think it's 2.4 and 5.8, but well, it's kind of the same. Maybe it's taking care of this whole 5G spectrum, so it should be applicable for both 5.2 and 5.8 depending on the buffer. Unfortunately I can't see the name of the buffer since it has that protective layer or some kind of layer on top. Let's see how it works. I will also share the connection from my screen. I'm now on a 2.4 connection. Currently the router that I'm using doesn't have 5G, so it will only work with 2.5. Let me bring a cable. It's good that the fan is inside the heatsink, so it's not touching the surface. Either way, you shouldn't keep it like this because it will be difficult for the fan to get the air, so it will be a little clogged. Of course it can get the air through the venting holes, but still maybe something like this will be ideal, or if you can keep it on hand. So let's plug this in. 1 amp should be more than enough. Let's use the old power bank. And we have the green light for 2.4, even if it's off. Interesting. The fan is active, as you can see. It makes a little noise. Not sure why this LED is on. Let's see if something is happening with the connection. Until now, nothing happened. Let's maybe turn it on to see if there is any difference. Okay, so we have the blue LED when it's on. I guess the green LED is just for, I don't know, to see that you have power on the jammer. Or maybe it's for the fan. I'm not sure. But currently the Wi-Fi is still available. Let's try to access a page. The page is loading now. But yeah, we are starting to lose the connection. The page isn't fully loaded. Let me refresh again. And yeah, it's not loading now. So the connection is dropping. The page still refreshes, so it's not super powerful. I guess it's 1 watt amplifier in the buffer. It's somehow jamming, but the amplifier is very low. Now it's loading, but we are having some issues with the loading. We have just 3 lines on the signal. So it's not very powerful. Maybe it's just my device, because I talked to someone having the same device and he told me this is the most powerful that he has. So maybe it's something with mine. I mean, it's clearly affecting the signal, so it doesn't really need to connect an amplifier to see that it's working. It's currently working, but it has a low buffer. Let me turn this off. Let me turn 5G on. Oh, when I turned 5G on, nothing happens. Let me plug it back in. You see that? I think it broke. No fan, no lights. This is the first time happening. Let's try with 2 amps. Nothing. Okay, so now we might have a short, because you see the LED flickering, powering it on. So we have power, You see, three beeps on the LED. No fan, no nothing. 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 Cool. I'm wondering why. So, I guess that's it. It might be right. This is the shortest lifespan that I had on a jammer. Fun. Okay, let's see, let's check the price and the detail page, and we'll come back to this. So, as you can see here, it's no longer available. It's no longer in stock, but I guess you can find other ones. I'm not sure how to say. It was working for a couple of minutes, just a couple of minutes. Maybe it's just my luck. Still thinking what could have happened, because I only gave it 1 amp. No one is saying anything about this. Antenna connector is super fragile. Oh, it broke one connection. One SMA. The distance coverage isn't great. Well, yeah, we could see that. Effective product. I was missing the switch. Okay. It works, but for a short distance, almost 4 meters. Oh, you can't use both signal at the same time. But we didn't. The product, but it already burned out in a week. Okay, so I guess this happened also to us. Didn't work, only reach my accesses. Already broke the antenna. How much force are you applying to the antenna? I'm wondering. Doesn't have reach, so yeah. Well, I guess some others were experiencing the same. So $53 for nothing. Let's go back to the jammer to see if something happens. Again, I don't think it's my cable, because my cable is working. Let's try again. Nothing. We have battery, right? Yes. But nothing happens. 3 LEDs. And nothing, so it's burnt. Not sure what exactly is burnt on it. I guess it's just poor quality. So this was fun. It worked for what, a couple of minutes, and I'm pretty sure if I'm contacting the seller now, it will say that it's my fault. But I'm happy that it happened on the screen. so you could see exactly what happened. There's no obvious sign that something broke here. Anyway, it's good that I prepared a case before testing it, because if I would test it and this happened, then I wouldn't build a case anymore. So I will bring in the screen the version with the hole around the fan, and also this was printed in PLA and it's very stiff and it's perfect. But then I decided to print it in ETG, which is, I think it has 1 millimeter space at the back of the jammer. So if you are intended to print the case in PETG, then keep in mind that you might need to add 1 millimeter at the back of the case. Also, the case should keep the SMAs in place. I design it in such way that it won't be a very tight fit, but it will keep the SMAs in place. So as you can see, it should keep everything in place. We have a little chamber for the wires and also some space for the fan to get air, and some space for the switches. Of course, as usual, we are using 2 millimeter screws. As you can see here, these are for this case. Or 15 millimeter screws max. So you can even use less. But the screw goes down until here, so maybe even 10 millimeters should be enough. Let's assemble everything and we will do another test, and that's pretty much it for this one. But I guess it won't work, it's just burnt. Shame. I think this is the most expensive one. Or the 10 watt 2.4 was more expensive, but not with a lot. I think it was the same price. But as you could see, it was working only for a couple of minutes and not a very high range. I'm wondering why. I'm still wondering why, since I was using just 1 amp. But oh well, what we can do. I'm happy that it happened during the filming, so you could see my luck, or maybe the thing that we saw it working for a couple of minutes, seconds. Oh well. I think they are deep enough, so you can grab them with your thumb. As you can see, for me it's working. I don't really recommend this since, well, you saw why. It has a little wobble, but only for the PETG version, so you can add 1 millimeter at the end. The SMEs are still in place even with this. Let's try again. Let's try this time without the fan. Maybe something happened with the fan. I don't have high hopes, but just for the sake of the video. We can see the LEDs with the case on, but we can see the power bank if it's acting the same. Yep, it's the same. Let's run the fan. Let's try again. The same. Let's turn the 2.4 on. Same. Let's try with 2 amps. Same. Fine. G. Same. So yeah, useless. So, do I recommend it? No. Worked on for a couple of seconds. So now not even one frequency is working. We have a bit of play, even back and forth, up and down, back and forth. So maybe 1 millimeter added at the end, and it should be fine. But it keeps this in place, so this is the purpose of the keys. But even so, it's not working anymore, so yeah. Useless. Well, this will be the last video for this year. Thank you for being a part of the channel for the last year. We almost, I think, doubled in size on the last year from 1,200, I think, subscribers to 2,500. So thank you very much for the support. And let's start the new year with more jammers, mini PCs, any other hardware related materials. From now on, I think I will focus more on the hardware part, because there are plenty of software videos on YouTube, and also for me, software related videos are not very demanding. So we will continue to focus on jammers for the next year, and let's see what other projects we can build. Thank you very much for staying until now. Happy New Year, and see you in the next video. Cheers.